Good morning. My name is Michael Smith, and this is my life. Let's see. Today it is Thursday, August the 10th of 2017, and for me it is 5:12 in the a.m. And what an amazing day. Today is going to be, I bet. I don't know. It hasn't even started barely. Yesterday was pretty jam-packed. Yesterday was one of those days that I really regret. I got up, did my morning routine, went to work, and I got to work and ended up working, got some overtime, which is great because it's, the work I was doing yesterday, I was loading trucks, easy overtime, incredibly easy overtime. But the fact is I have to be there for the overtime. And then I came home, and I'm like, okay, I got home around, I think 5:45 or something like that, not really that late. And we sit down, and my wife, it was a long day, it wasn't a hard day. I mean, it kind of was, but it kind of wasn't. It was a long day. And I come home, and my wife had made pizza for dinner, pizza and salad for dinner, which, easy for her, and I love it. And we're dancing around with this low carb idea or whatever, and so we splurge, for dinner, and so through the day I try to eat as few carbs as possible, and then I come home and we got to have pizza. It was really great. And I was sitting there, and I'm trying to scope out my night and be like, okay, well, I want to do some stuff with the kids, and after they go to bed, I want to get down to the studio because I had this idea about recording the rosary, an audio rosary for my wife, and whatnot. And I found some really cool resources to kind of put the whole idea together. And then she looks at me and she's like, oh yeah, you have Knights of Columbus tonight at 7:00, and which means I have to leave at 6:30. So basically I got a little over an hour to be with my family, and then I had to race out the door again. Knights of Columbus is basically it's an organization, it's a fraternity of men who, number one, they support their priests. Especially as of late, priests get a really bad rap because there's been, it's cliche to say, but, one bad apple ruins the whole bunch. There have been some bad priests out there. There have been some priests who've lost their way and done some terrible things. And as a Catholic, what those priests did was completely unacceptable. And, there was a whole cover-up years ago about that, and that was just as horrible. I would tell you, as Catholics, we're shocked and appalled by it, and heartbroken. But as a Knight of Columbus, I'm there to support my priest. That's my number one goal. Number two, we're really big on taking care of widows and orphans. And we try to help service our community. So the chapter I'm involved in, we'll do, if there are people in need, we'll help them, individuals, or we also do like fundraisers where, we're going to do fundraisers to help. It's really expensive to get a priest trained. A lot of school. I think a priest gets a bachelor's, and then they go off and they get additional degrees. And like the priest at our parish, he's got a advanced degree in engineering. He's got an MBA. He's got a degree in physics. Something else too, another college degree. He used to build schools. He used to design and build schools. Then he ran a school. He ran a school of like 2,500 students, and he had a staff of like 200 people. and he's penniless because he took in his order he took he took an oath of poverty, and so he has nothing. He told me one time, he's like, this watch is on my wrist is not mine. Anytime I need something, I have to go ask for it. He's a really, really amazing man. I'm thankful for my priest. So, Knights of Columbus, we do that. We also do fundraisers like for the local school in our town. We do a fundraiser where we raise money for the special education program at that school. And, we do what we can to try to give back to the community, because as Catholics, we're called to serve, for us, and I'm not judging, but for us, we don't believe that you are saved by faith alone. We feel like Jesus calls us to reading the gospel in the Bible. We feel that Jesus calls us to do good works, and so we try to give back to the community, and we try to serve, and that's one of the things that Knights of Columbus is all about. One of the major things it's all about. So I had the meeting, and I got home at 8 o'clock, just in time to go upstairs and sing a song to my kids and say a prayer to my kids. And, I remember when I was growing up, I would hear about bands like Nirvana who would refuse to play like their song Smells Like Teen Spirit, in concert, because they were so sick of playing it. And I was like, man, dude, that's your song. I wish I had a hit song. I would play that song every night. I know how they feel. I'm a singer and a songwriter, and not that's not my work, but it's one of my passions. And every night I gotta sing my kids the same song. I go in there and I'll try to sing another song. I'll make one up on the fly. It'll be just as good. It'll sound just as beautiful. No, they want that Hush Little Baby song, and it's the Mockingbird song, but I kind of make up my own words to it or whatever. I don't know, because I didn't know all the lyrics, and then I did find the real lyrics, and now if I try to sing the right lyrics to them, then it's like they throw a fit, and they're like, no, we want the real thing, which they don't know that the real thing isn't really the real thing, but anyway. And so then by the time I sang them their song, and I said a prayer for them, then it was all over. Yeah. So those days kind of sink, because then I feel like I miss out on everything at home. That's all I gotta say about that.